All right, we're joined now by Arizona State running back DeCarlos Brooks. Definitely a first for me, but we know what D-Lo can do on the field in terms of cuts. We're going to see what he could do here in the PHNX barbershop, if you will. D-Lo, do your thing, man.
Hey,
do your thing.
Let's
so
do it, bro.
You got a back-to-school haircut event at Arizona Barbershop Academy this Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Like, how did that get started?
So really how it started was, honestly, so I had my mom. I came back home from Cal. The whole situation was just like, you know what, you need to get back into your culture. From here, all that stuff, she's like, you should do a back-to-school drive. I didn't really think about it too much. And then we kind of just talked it through, and then it just became a reality after about a couple months, and then talked to a barbershop, and we started just doing that after a minute, so.
And it's annual, right? So you're going to want to keep doing this year after year.
Yeah, so honestly, yeah, if, you know, push come to shove, I'll do it next year, and then the year before that, and it's just got to be a thing just for the kids, you know, something like that, get back to the community.
That's awesome, man. How'd you start cutting hair in the first place?
So really, I would say starting around COVID, that's when I really started getting good. It's around COVID because everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody needed a cut.
Everybody needed a cut. There was barbershops all closed and stuff like that. So that situation was kind of crazy. But I started working on my brother, so I started scalping him for a little bit until I got better, and then I started doing myself. So I've been cutting for about 3 or 4 years now consistently.
Oh, wow. And you said, I know we talked a little off camera about it, but you cut teammates, coaches, everybody. You cut Dilly's hair twice already?
I cut Dilly's already, Coach Joe, all my teammates, about 20 plus right now, freshmen coming in now too. They trying to get a cut. God. So yeah, it's starting to get a little crazy. I
feel like that's got to be like part of the freshman tradition. You got to mess up their hair a little bit.
I had to put a little like a little name in there or something like that. Something
100%.
Like the wrong name.
Dilly Dilly or something like that?
Dilly.
Is there anybody's hair that you cut when you first like started learning to do it that you just absolutely butchered?
My brother. So I butchered my brother at least 2 or 3 times when I first started cutting. So but he don't really care about the hair. So shout out to him. He was definitely my guinea pig the first 3 months, something like that. He was definitely my guinea pig. Then I started messing up myself for about a good month, and then eventually I got better and better. But yeah, definitely those two people, me and then my brother, and then after that it was just I started getting a lot better, more comfortable with it.
Man, that's awesome. Is this something that you'd want to do outside of football, like when you hang up the cleats?
Absolutely. So I don't think I'm gonna be cutting as much, but I do want to own like a shop. I already got like a name planned out. I already have like a little business plan, everything like that. So once that starts hitting the fan, I'm gonna start doing that.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
It's got to be a lot of fun for you, especially to be back in the Valley too after some time at Cal to give back to the kids here.
Yeah, honestly, it feels good to be home, man.
What's that been like for you? Because you obviously spent a handful of seasons, obviously the COVID year in California, and now you're back. Sean Aguano, obviously, your running backs coach here.
I feel like it's a lot more comfortable. Like everybody here knows me and stuff like that, so I feel a lot more comfortable, and just being in with the assistant with Dillingham, it's just like it became so much easier. So honestly, yeah, it just feels a whole lot better just being home, being around my family, being around my friends, and I just miss Arizona. I miss the heat, honestly, too. Not this heat, but like just the heat.
I was gonna say it's like 115. Like,
yeah, no, not that heat, but I do miss like the heat a little bit too.
What's it been like for you? Obviously, the vibes in terms of just Arizona State football have kind of changed, even since you really transferred. The amount of transfers, the class of 2024, 2025, getting a bunch of guys. Just what's the vibe in the locker room and around the team?
The vibes, I would say it's a lot more competitive than I thought, and I actually love it because, you know, that's something I think, even last year I wasn't here, but honestly that's what I heard through the grapevine, just like competition and just like how everybody holds themselves accountable. That's one of the biggest things that I feel like the energy is starting to get a lot better in the room and stuff like that. We got a good group of guys, leaders on the team, so it feels good, honestly. Yeah,
and you guys got, I mean, just a wild mix. I feel like in that running back room is so different. You've obviously got you've got Scat, got Tevin, got George. What's the vibe in that position room? Man, I love all my dudes. We can learn, honestly, we learn everything from each other. Like, so I can take something from everybody and learn from them. So Scat, he's a physical runner. I can take something from him. Javen, he just came back in the room from wide receiver. He's just so versatile. And then like T and George, like they've been with the program, stuff like that.
T's real fast, and George is real underrated too, and he's a hard worker too, especially in the weight room.
Yeah.
So just like taking something from all of them and stuff like that, and just building a bond really. So I feel like teams are better when the rooms are closer together.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you guys feel, I know I'm putting you a little bit on the spot, do you feel like the running back room is the closest of any of the rooms?
We should be, yeah. I think DBs give us a run for our money because there's just so many.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like we have it close, so.
That's got to be a loud room, bro. The DB room,
yeah,
you can probably hear them all the way from where you guys are at.
They right next to us.
So nobody gets nothing done then?
No, nobody gets really nothing done.
What excites you a little bit about the Kenny Dillingham, the Bo Baldwin style offense? Obviously, still waiting to see what it looks like from a fan's perspective, but everywhere that Kenny's gone, the running back has succeeded.
So I would say the one thing about Dillingham that he said that was like the best, I'd say just being part of that culture, like in Oregon. So he told me when I first got here, so a 1,000-yard rusher was mandatory by the first back. By the second back, it's got to be close to 800 to 1,000 yards.
Wow.
That's got to be like the basic. That's got to be like the standards. What he told me. So once he told me that, I was like, okay, so you know, just being part of that offense, I feel like I get more opportunity.
Yeah.
And that's one of the most things that excite me. And just like the pass and the balance.
Yeah.
So just being able to run and pass, that's got to be one of the biggest things too.
Is that part of the reasons why you transferred here? You feel like there was just a bigger opportunity, a bigger role that you could have?
Absolutely. I would say I got more of a chance to like show what I can do, especially coming from Cal.
Yeah.
Haven't been able to show a whole lot what I could do, but now with this offense, I feel like in the spring I showed a lot. You know, just going into fall, I feel like I can even show even more.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, you guys got less than 50 days, man. Less than 50 days.
45 to be exact.
You can count down.
I'm counting
I see it.
down
I
right
see
now.
it. What do you think fans are going to enjoy about watching you play as an Arizona State Sun Devil?
I feel like, honestly, they're going to see a determined runner. He's got to finish every play. He's got to play with excitement, with energy. He's got to engage with the fan base, for sure. And just like, you know, I feel like I bring a whole lot to the table. I'm balanced. I can catch the ball. I can run the ball. I can do all these things. So I think just like how it was like in high school, me being here, it's got to be something very similar once I get the opportunity.
For sure. Have you been back to Chandler since you've been back?
I have. So we went to a practice. Shout out to Coach Garrison, Coach G. We just seen like the little guys, stuff like that. I really don't know anybody out there anymore. Everybody's super young. I graduated in 2019, so I feel like an old man now.
Feel a little old?
I feel a little old. But it feels good just like to still see that they still have that Chandler culture, honestly.
Yeah, just to be home.
Yeah.
It's got to be weird too, right? You graduated in 2019 and you look at your guys' coaching staff, the amount of just high school football legends that you have, right? Sean Aguano, Jason Mons. There's just so many. Do you feel like Chandler was always number one? Like you talk with Coach Mons at all about how Chandler is better? Always.
Like I feel like the second best school is Saguaro, but honestly, everybody knows who runs Arizona.
It's Chandler.
It's always Chandler. And we do have those talks all the time. Like me and Jay, we talk about that all the time.
Yeah.
But it's honestly just, you know, it's always, for me, it's always been Chandler. I'm biased, but at the same time, I'm not biased. Everybody knows.
Yeah.
So
I want to ask you a little bit about just Kenny's philosophy. When he first got here, the big thing for him was that he was going to try and bring Arizona kids home, right? And I think we saw that, obviously, with you and a handful of other guys. Just what do you feel like as a former Arizona high school player to have a coach that is committed to keeping Arizona kids in Arizona?
It feels good because I feel like a lot of people downplay Arizona kids on, especially from a football aspect, meaning like, okay, he's not from Texas, he's not from Florida, so he might not be the most athletic, but Arizona has a lot of good players out here.
Yeah.
And I think Dillingham knows that and he embraces that, and that's one of the best things I think he's done for us.
Do you feel like Arizona high school football is kind of slept on a little bit?
Very slept on. But we can compete, like, especially with Chandler.
Yeah.
Like, we can compete with almost anybody in the country.
Absolutely. I think you see that, too, in, like, the high school rankings. Chandler and Saguaro usually always ranked.
We're always up there, like, I think we're top 10 right now, something like that.
You got to let some of these class of 2024 recruits know when they come in, man, because we'll talk to them after they commit, and ASU got a lot from Texas, a lot from California.
Yeah.
And it's always, we're the best, we're the best. Texas obviously is a little different, but I feel like nobody talks about Arizona high school football.
I feel like until they actually come here and they see it, then they won't understand.
Yeah, absolutely.
They won't play. So.
Now, one thing Jalen always asks, he's always got a bunch of you guys on the pod, is if there's any team that you have circled. I feel like I got a good idea of who you might want to play this season, but for everybody at home, is there anybody that you absolutely have circled on your calendar this year?
For the people that know me, they should already know, but I definitely have. I think it's game 5 against Cal circle. I think September 30th. I already know the dates and stuff like that. Against Cal, Memorial Stadium, that's got to be the game for me.
What do you think that environment's going to be like, man?
At that game?
Yeah. And then obviously just for you too. Like I feel like from an emotional standpoint, like you've had the whole journey of like starting here, Arizona high school, going to Cal, spending seasons there, and then coming back, reuniting with your high school coach, and I mean playing for the team that like you grew up watching.
Anytime you play Pac-12 football, it's always got to be energetic.
Yeah.
But I would honestly say it's got to be very high pace. I don't think it's got to be. I want to say we're going to blow them out, but they are a good team at the end of the day, so I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to downplay them. But I think it's going to be a good game, honestly. Obviously, I think I'm going to do my absolute best, especially when the lights are at their brightest.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's got to be a great game. They got a good defense. I know a lot of dudes on the other side. I know a lot of their tendencies. I know what they like to do. And I'm going to be preaching that even to my defensive guys, people on offense. I'm like, hey, they like to do this. He likes to do that. So just like, for them, they got to watch out because I'm going to be snitch on the whole time.
I feel like that's going to be probably a storyline all season long, just about every single conference game, right? Because it's not just you and Cal. Obviously, the story with Kenny in Oregon, you got Xavier Alford in USC, and you just got really a bunch of players that have gone on and transferred from a Pac-12 school to ASU. Like, I feel like that's going to be a weekly thing for you guys, is a little bit of a chip on your shoulder.
It is true. And I think because we do have 8 home games, it is got to be beneficial to us. So
yeah. I mean, have you ever seen anything like that?
No. That's actually crazy.
8 home games.
8 home games is crazy. God. I don't know how Dillingham did that, but hey, shout out to Dillingham.
I feel like we keep asking that question. Every time he does something, it's how the hell did Dilly manage this?
I don't know.
How did Dilly get 15 plus transfers?
That's Dillingham.
What's he like on like a personal basis, right? We've had him obviously, we've had him on the show. We've seen what he's like off camera in interviews. We know the magic tricks, but like, what kind of person is Kenny Dillingham?
He is a very personal, I would say goofy, but I would just say he is a funny individual. He's got to be himself 100% of the time. He's not going to fake it. He's not going to fake the funk. He's very honest, and he's very genuine, which I also like too. Like, he really cares about his players. That's the energy I get from him.
You ever had a coach like that before, at least like him?
I never had a coach as personal as him, except possibly Coach Iguana in high school.
Got you.
That really cares. Obviously, I feel like all the coaches I had cared about their players, but he like takes the time to play chess with them. He'll play Madden with, like, I played Madden with him a couple of times. We're not gonna talk about who won and stuff like that.
Damn.
But yeah, like he just does things on a personal level that I don't think a lot of coaches do.
So Dilly beat you in Madden? That's what I heard from that.
We're not talking about that.
It's not just you though. Every person we have in here, he beats him at something.
I'm the best Madden player in the state of Arizona right now.
The best Madden player in the state of Arizona.
The best.
Who's your team? Who's your go-to?
It don't matter. We go randoms.
So it doesn't matter.
It does not matter. We can go 3 randoms. Who you want?
Okay, we're gonna have to set something up.
We've been
talking with Jalen and Trenton about getting a little bit of a Madden tournament going, because I know they play in that house.
Really? Oh yeah, because they live together.
Yeah. You played either one of them?
No, I haven't played them yet. I didn't know they played Madden for real.
They're scared, bro. They're scared.
They're scared. Well, I heard Jalen does a lot. He does golf. He does like a bunch of things. So
Jalen's gonna get mad, but I don't think Jalen's very good at Madden.
Oh, dang.
But maybe it's just because you play in Trenton. Like when they came in here and they were talking about it, Trenton was like everybody was just talking about how difficult it is to play against Trent just because he's got such a high football IQ.
I could see that. I feel like Trent's the type of dude like to be audibly in everything and then motion out and all that other stuff. But he got to set something up like 15 minutes before the game and stuff like that.
Take the play clock all the way down.
Yeah, like chew the clock. He's one of those type of players.
God, that's got to be so annoying.
I can definitely see that. Now I got to play him.
Was it an easy choice for you then, coming back to Arizona and choosing Arizona State then?
It was, but it wasn't. I didn't want to leave just because, you know, I didn't want to prove doubters that they were right about me and stuff like that. But yeah. I feel like to get a fresh start, you know what I'm saying, where my value was felt more heavily on, that's where I leaned towards. So that was definitely it was an easy choice, but when it was all said and done, I felt really good about it.
Yeah. I know there's players, coaches even, that have, anytime anybody writes anything or says anything negative or they're a hater, right, they keep it. Do you have anything like that where it was just like you read that one thing or heard that one thing that somebody said and keep it?
I got a lot, but honestly, I learned to don't let that define me.
Yeah.
So if I do see something on social media and stuff like that, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to internalize it, materialize it, and just go keep on pushing.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that's me as a player if it is negative. Absolutely.
One thing I want to do with you while we got you here, and we do it on the pod all the time, is we just ask people, coaches, players, whatever, just some random questions. Oh, okay, so you up for that?
Oh, Lord, yeah, let's do it.
All right, so Shane's favorite question, and thankfully he's here so he could clear it up if I screw it up, but what do you think is the biggest animal that you could take down with a sword?
The biggest animal?
The biggest animal.
Hey, you're not going to give me like a choice? I have to think about animals?
Yeah, you got to think about animals. One, I'll give you the 2 recruits that we've had on most recently. One said they could take down an elephant, and one said with a sword.
Okay.
That's how you know.
That's freshman.
And a bear.
A bear.
There is a right answer apparently to this question.
I'm trying to think. I feel like a bear is too big.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like that's too big. But I feel like anything else.
It's a tough question, man.
That is a tough question. Like what bear are we talking? We talking about like grizzly bear or black bear?
What bear you think you could take down?
I think I'd take a black bear. I don't think I'd take a grizzly bear. I think I'd take a black bear.
A grizzly would be crazy.
Grizzly would be crazy. Polar or grizzly, that would be crazy. See,
yeah.
I'm not that dumb. I'll be honest.
Okay.
Before someone puts me in that situation.
DeCarlos Brooks taking down a black bear.
Taking down a black bear.
I'm here for it. Okay, if you were hosting a music festival, who are your 3 headliners?
One comes to mind. I definitely have to have an OG. I feel like I would have to have somebody like, probably something like Jay-Z or something like that for the first one. Boom. Okay. And then I gotta have a female. Janae Aiko, that'd be my second.
I'm going to this festival. Just off those 2. I don't even need a third. I'm just going off those 2.
Janae Aiko, and who's another artist? Sure. I mean, it gotta be different from both of them, but I like NBA Youngboy.
Okay. Okay.
So those are gotta be my 3.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have D-Lo in the office a lot more often. I think that's just what needs to happen.
There's a Janae Aiko. Huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Are you kidding me? Means Big Sean can't come to the festival.
No, sorry, Big Sean.
It's tragic. It's tragic. All right, this is a hot one. Okay, LeBron or Jordan? Who's your GOAT?
LeBron. That was easy. That was easy.
Why so quick with it?
Because he's the greatest player of all time.
What makes him better than Jordan?
He's the all-time leading scorer of all time. He's about to pass up everybody in assists and rebounds and everything except maybe rings. Like,
I'm with you. But I know there's some people in the office that would heavily disagree with that.
Well, I feel like everybody in the office is 90s babies, I would think. So that's like, I never seen Jordan in action. So like, he's my Michael Jordan to y'all. So
for sure. In terms of, if you had to live inside a cartoon, a movie, a TV show, which one you living in and why?
That's a good question. Because I don't want to die quickly.
Right? The one answer we got, a softball player told us that she'd want to live in Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's a good one. That's actually a really good one.
But you're always like, I feel like you're always on the run in that, depending on which side you're on here. I feel like that's an easy one to die in pretty quick.
That is an easy one to die in.
Especially if it's not, especially if Disney stops with it and it's just life.
I'm trying to think. That's actually a good question. I'm trying to think of some Disney movies. I feel like some like toys. I don't know why. I feel like that'd be fun.
Toy Story?
Like Toy Story, yeah.
Okay, are you DeCarlos Brooks or are you a toy?
I'm the toy.
That's what I thought.
They got no response. They just do what they want.
Okay. This is, I never thought I'd be asking this question. What kind of toy are you in Toys R Us?
I'm definitely an action figure.
You're an action figure?
Yeah. I'm like one of those football action figures.
God damn. Are you in Woody Boys or like, you're not cool, like?
I'm definitely not like, what's that one kid, what's that one bad kid that was,
the dude that held the magnifying glass?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, what's his name? Yeah, it definitely starts with an S.
As long as I don't go to him, I'm good.
Chilling?
I'm chilling.
Sid. There it is.
Yeah, no Sid. And he's cool.
Okay, while we're topic on movies, do you have like a favorite movie?
I would say my favorite movies, comedies and stuff like that. Okay. I'd say Django was one of my favorites. That's a hilarious movie. Even though the topic is terrible, but it's freaking hilarious. Have you seen that Leonardo DiCaprio movie with Revenant with the bear?
I haven't seen Revenant.
We're talking about bears and stuff like that. You have to
watch Revenant.
You have to watch it.
Okay, I think I'm gonna have to fire my normal barber. Probably. I think this is.
Hopefully he's not watching this.
This is what we're gonna have to roll with from now on, man.
Hopefully he's not watching this.
How much you charge your teammates?
I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to do my teammates like that. No, I don't talk too much, so honestly. These are my teammates, so these are my guys. You don't want me just
That'd be tough. Like, I saw what you said about me. That would be crazy. Yeah, you're gonna have to tell your brother I said thank you for being the guinea pig on this.
Yeah, no, he honestly, he did not care. I think he went to school with the first couple cuts too. He did not care. So.
Just rock with it, no hat, no nothing?
No nothing, no cap, no nothing. I was so, I haven't been to a barbershop in about 3-4 years.
Wow.
So that saves me a whole bunch of money too, so.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. Entering COVID, it must have been, to come in clutch with that.
Yeah, it was super clutch. Everything was shut down. Everybody was rough and everybody was, I had to buy my own clippers and start practicing.
All right, so we're almost done. Just a reminder though, this Sunday, July 23rd, Arizona Academy Barbershop, right?
Yes, sir.
And where is it exactly? And from what time?
It is from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Arizona Barber Academy.
Okay.
Sponsored by Feel Good Nutrition and Elite on Mill Ave. Shout out to Mill Ave because they honestly helped me put all this whole thing together. And it's just like, just bring your kids, bring your younger brothers, cousins, sisters even. I don't care. Just, it's just something for the kids, honestly. Just something just to give back. Because I know how I felt when I got a cut as a kid, so that's what I kind of want to give to kids as well. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I can play running back after this for sure. Tell KD I'm ready, man. I'll tell Sean, Coach Aguano. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Is there any message that you have to Sun Devil Nation? Obviously, we still got 40-some days and change till you guys actually take the field at Sun Devil Stadium, but it's going to fly by. You got Pac-12 Media Day this Friday. You got Camp T, and then obviously fall camp. What is your message to Sun Devil Nation? My message is just focus up, man. It's got to be a great season. We got a lot of energy, a lot of new faces, a lot of guys ready just to play for the fans and for the community. We got to do things right, and then we'll go get a bowl game and do some great things with the new staff and everybody like that. But so it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be exciting, man. I don't know if I've seen like quite a 180 in terms of, I don't want to use the word vibe, but like just the way that people are talking about Arizona State. Significantly different than, I mean, even at the tail end of last year. Right. It's like the sky was falling, man. Yeah. I mean, that's why I think that's why a lot of people came here too, because they feel like they can make an impact.
Yeah.
Like that's definitely one of the reasons why I kind of came here. It's like, you know, I feel like I can definitely make an impact here.
Be a part of the change.
Be a part of the change, man.
You know if any of your teammates or coaches are going to be out there at on Sunday at Arizona Barber Academy with you?
I'm not sure, but I promise you they probably are. Also, Activate ASU will be there, giving out books and some Arizona merchandise too. Awesome. So shout out to them. That's gotta be awesome for little kids and stuff like that. So definitely go for that as well. And yeah, but it's gotta be a whole lot of fun.
And now if somebody misses it, can they just hit you up for a cut, or how's that work?
They can. I mean, my Instagram, Delos Beast. I also got a barber page as well that's connected to that, okay. So you can just literally just hit me up on that, and we can make it happen from there.
Perfect.
No, I think my name for my shop when I get one, it's got to be called the Cutback.
Damn.
I'm a running back, cutback. Kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I got you.
You get it, you feel me? So
I got you.
So I think that was kind of horrible making that up.
That's what we need. We need the NIL money to come in for that.
Right.
Who do you think on your team will make the worst barber?
The worst barber?
Yeah. Maybe not even just from like a cut and hair perspective of just couldn't do it.
Tevin White.
That was fast, man.
Yeah.
Why?
He's just not, his personality is not for a barber. I feel like he plays too much.
Hi, Tevin.
I feel like Tevin's the type to leave you hanging with like a patch of hair in the back of your head.
Damn.
Yeah. Sorry, Tevin. I had to do it.
All right, then. Who's your number two? If you're the best barber on the team, who's number two?
I don't know who else can cut, honestly. I feel like Trent said said something like he cuts his own hair sometimes, something like that.
Trent?
Yes.
Wow. And I'm not gonna lie, man, I was nervous. I was nervous as hell. But this is, I mean.
Don't even trip. Let's see. Turn that way. Let's see, turn the other way. Let's see. Show it to the camera a little bit. Do that way.
Go this way.
That's a nice little fade. If you ask me.
I mean, it's a new barber, man. It's a new barber.
We're just doing little touch-ups right now. Make sure you get out of here with a date. I don't want to get you in trouble.
It's all good. It's all good.
Have a lady at home.
All right, one last reminder. Arizona Barber Academy, July 23rd. This Sunday, 10 to 2:30, right?
10 to 2 o'clock.
10 to 2. Yep. 10 to 2, Arizona Barber Academy on Mill Ave. Check it out. It's going to be trying to have it annual, right? Annual back to school event.
Yeah, trying to do it every year if we can here in Arizona.
Get out there, man. Get out there. Especially if you are a Chandler Wolf. Come on.
Especially if you're a Chandler Wolf.
Got to represent out there.
Got to. Yeah. I mean, don't be coming if you're like 20 years old. We're not checking no birth certificates, but
like when you were playing Pop Warner at 14.
Right.
It's like a 6'6" defensive end. Like, how are you 14, bro?
If you pushing my height, I'm gonna eyeball you a little bit.
The cutback coming soon, man.
The cutback. All right, man. What you thinking?
I mean, like I said, I got a new barber. His name is DeCarlos Brooks, the Arizona State running back. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
No problem.
Guys, again, Arizona Barber Academy, July 23rd. Check it out this Sunday. Peace.